This is a 1954 Buick Special. I've done all the body work, paint myself, rebuilt the engine, strengthened the frame with the body off, narrowed the rear end to fit the 33 by 1950 by 15 Mickey Thompson Sportsman tires on centerline wheels. It has a coil-over adjustable rear suspension with a panhard bar and traction bars. Let's move along. It's got a 22-gallon fuel cell with Edelbrock, 160 gallon per hour fuel pump. It's got 2 RV batteries to turn it over. I've got a large fuel filter and a water separator on it. It's got a tow bar with it just in case, jumper cables, the 2 stands back here. It needs to put those underneath the frame when you want to pull the rear tires off so they clear. It's got a wheelie bar just for looks. I don't think this car will ever pull its front end off the ground. It's pretty heavy. But they're there. I think it looks cool.
Hey Mark,
yeah.
Why don't you go in and show that the backup lights work?
Yeah, sure. We'll turn on the power. Okay, it's got the NHRA approved
Power shut off.
Power.
Yep, there you go, they're on. Okay, cool.
And I've got it set up with a trickle charger right now, and that'll go with it. Since I don't use it that often, keep it charged up. It's got a drive shaft looped underneath. It's got a straight front axle with disc brakes. All the brakes are new, plus the master cylinder and booster. It has B&M line lock and B&M shifter for a Cadillac 400 transmission. The transmission was rebuilt by SMI Transmissions. They built it to handle 1,000 horsepower. It's got a 2800 stall speed torque converter. It's got a 500 Cadillac engine that's been fully machined and balanced. Most engine parts are from Maximum Torque Specialties, MTS. It's got forged pistons, 80 overbore, power honed, ported and polished heads with stainless steel valves, bronze valve. Might be circling around a little, you know, looking in the engine compartment and stuff. It's got a double key crank pulley, an 871 supercharger with dual 650 CFM Holley double pumpers rebuilt for a blower. It's got dual 13-inch 4,000 CFM fans for cooling with a 4-row Cadillac radiator. It's got a power rack and pinion steering, 215 by 65 by R15 front tires on centerline wheels. I made the headers and set up both the side pipes and underneath the cars a second set of mufflers to make it a little quieter, so it's pretty much street legal. I've never been harassed by the police in 15 years. I also made a set of custom zoomies for it, but they're so loud it shakes the ground and there's no way I could drive it that way. The headlights, signals, brake lights, dash lights, backup lights all work. The old tube,
Windshield wipers.
Oh, and the windshield wipers. The old tube radio front is mounted for looks, but it's got a new stereo under the grille that functions. Why don't you open that door and show the inside? I've got the fan switches, the ignition switch. It's got a switch for the booster, the vacuum booster. The backup lights I can turn on anytime I want, and the fuel pump. I've got the pressure gauges, the boost gauge, the tach. It's got the moon gauges in the front here. This is the fake radio. Here's the real radio. It's got the little original ashtrays from it. The fire extinguisher is in the green. The seats are leather. It's got the 5-point harness for the driver, 2-point for the passenger, It's also got a third seat back there with some speakers mounted back there. It's got a low engine light at 20 pounds. It's got a 6,200 RPM shift light. And it's got a 12-point roll cage that's NHRA approved, all professionally done. Same with the headliner, that was professionally done. That about it?
Just one thing.
Yeah.
When the engine, when you were ordering parts and we were putting it together, I don't remember. Did MTS give any kind of a, what they thought horsepower might be?
Yeah, they had rebuilt an engine almost identical to this, and they were getting 675 horsepower.
Okay,
So that's probably somewhere where it is.
And,
The car's never been raced.
probably at least that much, if not more, torque, since Cadillac motors are known for their torque.
Yeah, I don't know what the torque was on that engine.
Yeah. Well, it's
But
got to be at least that much, I would
It's
think.
never been raced. The fastest I've been is 100 miles an hour in this thing. It stops good. It goes really good. And yep, I think that's about it. Steers
said-
well. I've been using this almost like a daily driver, going shopping in it.
Yeah.
It's been fun as hell, and it gets an incredible amount of attention. It is a one-of-a-kind car.
All righty. Good description.